everybody, it is your girl Allie. That's right, yours truly. And I thought I would show you the beginning of making a potato pie. Of course, you can go to Walmart or wherever you choose to shop and buy some of these sweet potatoes. They got to be peeled. Some people cook them with the skin on them, but we usually peel the skin off. So Amber's going to help me do that. And I may actually show you guys how I make a sweet potato pie. So stay tuned. You can see I got about, let's see, we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 9 or 10 sweet potatoes in here. So Amber's going to peel them, and we're going to probably make a pie. I'll show you how, a couple of pies actually. I'll show you guys how I do that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View. Okay, everybody, so we've got Amber, our assistant here. She's starting to peel the potatoes. So that's the second part of the process in getting ready to make a potato pie. So she's peeling the skin off the potatoes. Like I said, some people cook their potatoes. They broil their potatoes with the skin on them, but we prefer to have our skin removed. So Amber's clearing that off right now. Thank you, Amber. Okay, everybody, you can see I have been washing these potatoes here. Amber was kind enough to peel them, and you can see that she's done a good job doing that. And I'm actually trying to hold the phone to make sure these get washed off so that you guys can see. But this is the next step in the process, and that is to make sure that after she peels the potatoes, that we get them washed off. She was kind enough to go through. She actually washed them too. But I'm just kind of showing you what's next in this little process here as we prepare to make our potato pie. So the potatoes are getting ready to be boiled. And they're just going to go in a regular pot. You can see I already got the pot here that they're going to go in. Amber is kind enough to peel them for us. So she washed them as well. I'm just kind of showing you. And they will go. I'm trying to hold the phone as well. I could have got one of them to record me. But again, wash the potatoes. I'm going to stop with this phone. Wash them a little bit more too. But that's the next step in this process. First you buy the potatoes, of course. Peel them. And then you put them in a pot so that they can boil. You wash them off after they've been peeled. Like I said, some people go ahead and broil them with the skin on them, but I've always taken the skin off. So I'm going to wash them a little bit more, and then the next step is to get them to boiling, and we'll show you that as well. We're going to show you how to make sweet potato pie. Be sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View, and we are making sweet potato pie. Okay, everybody, so I'm carrying you along in this journey. You can see that the potatoes are boiling. They're in the pot, and they are boiling. And this is what it looks like in the next step in the process. So continue to follow along. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like this video. You're watching Allie's View, and I am showing you how to make sweet potato pie like my godmother does. Okay, another step in the process is the pie crust. So you can see that I have got, and all this, by the way, came from Walmart, but you can get them from any grocery store. Shout out to Walmart. These were in the freezer. They were frozen. There are a total of 8 pie crusts here. They come in packages of 2, and I think they're like $1 and something cents for 2 in 1 pack. So in just a few moments, I'm going to take the pie crust out of the plastic bags here, and then I'm going to prick little holes in them. And then I'm going to go ahead and bake the pie crust, because just as soon as the potatoes stop boiling, we are going to be ready to mix all of our ingredients together and make our pie. So as you know, and we've talked about, we've got our, we've still got our potatoes boiling. You can see they're getting to the point now where they're just about ready for us to pour this water off of them and then start to make our sweet potato pie mix. What you see here, I've already taken them out of the plastic. You saw them a few moments ago. These are just the pie crusts that I got from Walmart. I got a total of 8 pie crusts, and of course they're frozen. So I'm kind of putting them out right now because the next step in the process is to prick little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8 total. We saw that before. The next step in the process is to prick little holes in them. And basically, you're putting these little holes in the pie crust because you want the pie to be able to kind of breathe, is what I call it. You're wanting it to get some air all the way through. At least that's what I call it. And it does make everything work out just fine. So I'm simply pricking little holes in the pie crust. And that is the next step. Because once I get all the holes pricked in the pie crust, I'm going to take the pie crust and put it in the oven. Right now the oven is preheating at 375. And then when I get ready to bake the pies, they're going to actually be at 350. So I'm going to prick these little holes in each one of the pie crusts. And after I have pricked the holes in the pie crust, I'm then going to put the pie crust in the oven. And the pie crusts are going to bake just so that they can get done. And that way, when I get ready to put the actual sweet potato pie mix in each of these different pie pans, the process will be that the actual dough in the pie has already been cooked. So, okay everybody, so we've got all of our pie crusts ready. They are ready to go into the oven. The oven just beeped a few moments ago, letting me know that the temperature is right. So we're about to put these pie crusts in the oven and let them bake. We'll put them in here for about 10-15 minutes, and you can keep checking on them until they get lightly brown. So here we go. We're about to put these in the oven. Okay everybody, so the pie crusts are now in the oven. You can see they're all pricked, got the little holes in there, and we'll let them bake until they're brown. Usually it's about 10 or 15 minutes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View, and we are making sweet potato pie. How to make sweet potato pie. Okay everybody, our pie crusts are brown. They are ready for us to take them out of the oven, which I'm going to do right now. Put them on the counter. So we're taking them out of the oven. I'm trying to record this and do this so you can see the process. But they're golden brown. They're ready for us. I'm going to have to take these out, and I'll join you in just a moment. Okay, everybody. So I've gotten everything kind of set up here so you can see what we're doing. So we started out, we bought the potatoes from Walmart. We peeled the potatoes. We boiled the potatoes. We poured the water off of the potatoes, and this is what they look like after they've been cooked. There is a little bit of water left in there, but that's just what we need for what we're getting ready to do. Now, some of the ingredients that we need include flour, orange juice, milk, eggs, butter, vanilla extract, lemon extract, butter extract, cinnamon, ginger, sugar, nutmeg, to name a few. So you will see me put all these ingredients in here to make our sweet potato pie. So we're gonna go ahead and start out by putting 2 sticks of butter. And I'm just gonna put the butter in just like this. And you will see, as hot as these potatoes are, you will see, you can do You don't have to put the sticks in like I just did. Sometimes people go ahead and boil the butter, or they put the butter in a pot and go ahead and get it into a more liquid form. But in my case, I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 sticks of butter in there. And by the way, shout out to Mom, my godmother. She is the lady who taught me how to do this. So there you can see we're putting 1 egg in. And we're putting 2 eggs in because we're trying to make 8 pies. We may also make sweet potato casserole as well. So that's 3 eggs that we've got in there. And that should be about enough. Normally she said put 2 in, but I'm making more than the normal amount of pies, so I decided to add 3 eggs. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you can get this little extract. This is butter extract. Of course, we already have butter in here, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to use some of this. I use it, and you can kind of see I'm just kind of pouring it in here. You'll use 1 bottle, and I'm just putting all of my trash over here to the side. And this is just an extra one that I had. And then we got vanilla. All this can be bought at your local grocery store. This is great value, which is at a good price at Walmart. So I'm taking the top off of here. I can get it off. Oh, let's see here. I may have to use my knife to cut this open. Yeah, that's what I'm having to do here. It's not being cooperative for me. So then we just pour this in. And again, this is vanilla extract. These are the ingredients that help give it flavor. We also use lemon extract in addition to that. So we're going to put some lemon extract in here as well. You see I've got my handy dandy Toastmaster blender here, mixer here. Handheld. And we're going to be using that momentarily. We also, as I said, we got nutmeg. We've got some of this lemon, and we'll put this in at the end. We've got ground cinnamon. So we can go ahead and put some cinnamon in. So get this open. Some of this we just bought because we have made a few pies. Sometimes we periodically make pies around here. You can already smell it. It smells great. You can see we kind of some cinnamon in there. And you can choose when you want to put certain ingredients in. By the way, I will show you these. This is what the box looks like. Pure vanilla extract. The Watkins lemon extract. You can use either the Great Value or the Watkins. And then, of course, McCormick is another great brand. I was in a situation where I had to get 3 different brands because they were out of the flavors that I needed. Real popular item, as you all can imagine. So, with the orange juice, we end up using about a half a cup of orange juice. And I know some of you are like, orange juice? Why are you putting orange juice in there? Well, I'll tell you what, orange juice gives it a delicious, delicious flavor that you will love. So, you just put about a half a cup of orange juice, and you can actually decide how much orange juice you want to put in here to give it the kind of flavor that you might like. So the next thing is the milk. So we use about a half a cup of milk. And again, you add orange juice and you add milk based on what you believe you need, because hey, they're your pies and you can decide what works out best for you. So I got sugar. This is also from Walmart. Like I said, all this came from Walmart, but you can get it from your local grocery store if you don't have a Walmart near you. These are just basic ingredients. Now, as far as the sugar, and some of you may be like, golly, she's putting a lot of sugar in there. Well, it's my pie, and my pies are going to be tasty, and they're going to be delicious. So I just put about 3 cups of sugar in here. So that's 2. And then 3. And again, it all depends on what you like, because it's your pie. Not my pie, it's your pie. So you may see that I may end up adding some more sugar. It just depends. And this is ground ginger. And sometimes I put this in at the end, actually. I'm just putting some in now. And then the nutmeg, you just, like I said, you just kind of sprinkle it in here. And I even have some of the handy dandy Concord Foods lemon flavor, because I am one of these people who really, really like the flavor of lemon. So that's what I'm putting, a little bit more lemon flavor in. And this is the kind that you use when you're making lemonade. You don't have to use the whole thing. I just happen to have this little bit left. And you don't really have to use this either. I happen to have this left over from where I made some lemonade, so I decided to go ahead and use it all. And that's what that's all about. So now that we've got everything in our pot, and just like I said, you'll notice that the butter is already starting to just dissolve. Everything is starting to dissolve in here. And so that is where we start to use our handy dandy hand help. These are here. So you go ahead and put it in there, and then you start mixing everything. Simple process, right? Like I said, some people peel their potatoes, some people don't. I peel my potatoes. Some people go ahead and boil their potatoes with the skin on them, and that's up to you. You can decide. I just like to have the work on the front end, and I had a handy dandy assistant. Her name is Amber. Shout out to Amber. She helped me by peeling the potatoes. That way, when we got to the end, or got to this process, I didn't have to peel the skin out of them because they were already removed in the beginning. So you can see right now what I'm doing is simply mixing this, using just an inexpensive mixer to mix all these ingredients together. It smells delicious. I'll tell you that right now. It smells like I'm sure it's going to taste. So basically, we just blend all this together, and then we add whatever we deem is necessary. Like I may add some more sugar to this. Just depends. But this process is when you're mixing everything together. You're bringing all of your ingredients together. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Mom. She's the one who gave me this recipe, my godmother. Her name is Anne, and she is the absolute best. She knows how to cook anything. My grandmother was really great at preparing, my great-grandmother, excuse me, was really great at making sweet potato pies. My aunt Maggie was as well. But I actually learned how to make the sweet potato pies from my godmother. I didn't get a chance to learn from either of the other two ladies that I just mentioned. Shout out to them. I love them. They're not with us right now. They're with me in spirit. Shout out to them. Again, big up to Mom. Thank you for showing me how to do this, teaching me how to make it. Hopefully some other people can learn this process and want to do the same thing for themselves. Now, once you've gotten this thing going, like you see that I have it, you can see how everything is just mixing together. You want to kind of stop it, and then you want to bring your tongs, I call these tongs, bring your tongs to the top. And then what I'm going to do, Amber's probably not going to follow me over there. She'll focus on this, but if you notice, you have these little, I call them little pieces of potato. I'm going to go and rinse those off because I want to get them out of there. These little pieces here, like that. So I'm going to go over to the sink and just going to focus on the pot there, and I'm going to rinse those off, and then I'm going to continue to blend. Some people do this and other people don't, but I like to get that off of there. I like to get those out of there and then get back to blending again, and then blend a little bit more. Make sure I get them all out. They're part of the potato that is with it, but I learned that from Mom. She likes to get it out, so I stop and take mine out. So this process takes just a few minutes to blend everything, to mix it all together. Okay, everybody, so we are blending this to our satisfaction, and we've taken some of the strings off, or we've gotten the strings out. We do not want to have those little strings in our food or in our pie. It's a part of the pie, but I prefer to remove them. Mom said move the strings, so hey, I move the strings. And once you kind of get your, after you've blended it enough to where it looks like this, then you should be good to go. Now I'm going to rinse this off one more time, because the next thing we're going to do, and I just opened this, is we're going to add a layer of flour. Just to sprinkle a little flour, because the flour is what's going to hold the actual pie mix together when we put it in the pan. So I'm going to rinse this off real quick. We're showing you all the pie mix that we have put together and that you have observed. You're learning how easy it is to make your very own sweet potato pie. Nothing like it. It's one of the greatest treats. A lot of people like it. I know people here in the South love it. We love sweet potato pie. So it's just all-purpose flour, and I'm just gonna take and sprinkle a layer of the flour. Not a lot. Mom said don't do a lot, so I'm not doing a lot. I'm doing as I am told. You see? Because you don't want to be tasting flour. You really want to be able to taste your pie. And it is delicious. I tell you what, it smells magnificent. It just smells delightful. So you can kind of see what this looks like. That's about a tablespoon and a half maybe. And it's all said and done, but you can see what it looks like down in there. Now I'm going to take the blender, or my little handheld mixer here, and I'm going to mix this in. And I may add some more sugar because I can tell you right now, I am one of these people. I like sugar. I know you guys do. We put 3 cups in. Saw that. I may even put one more little dab of orange juice in there. See on the safe side. But the next thing after this, they're going in the pie crust after this. You are watching Allie's View, and I'm Allie, and you're learning how to make sweet potato pie. You are learning how to make My God Mom and sweet potato pie. Shout out to Louis. Shout out to Dad. All right. So there, like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit more sugar in here. You guys are all sophisticated out there in YouTube land. I'm just gonna sprinkle just a smidget more sugar. Just a smidget more in here. Not a lot. So put the sugar in there, and there you have it. And I'm probably gonna put some more cinnamon just across the top here. I like my sweet potato pie to have a cinnamon flavor to it. And it's up to you to decide. Like I said, it's your pie. You do as you want to do with it. And this is my pie. And I'm doing as I want to do with it. Rinse this off one more time so that when I mix it. So Amber will let you see what's in there. So you're watching Allie's View, and hopefully you've been entertained by the many different things that we're up to here on this channel. There's no telling what we're doing. You just never know what we're doing. And we never know what we know how to do or what we're learning. Most of the time we're learning from other people. And when we learn things, now I've been making sweet potato pies, by the way, probably for the last, I've been making sweet potato pies for at least probably about 15 years. Ever since about 2005, 2006, when I first started making. And it's been a staple during Thanksgiving. I had so many other wonderful people in my life that have gone to be with the Lord that used to do this. So now I'm doing it. And it's been delightful. Be sure to hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing. And this is, like I said, how we make the sweet potato pie. So now, spoon over here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take, and then we'll focus on the pot here. We're going to take this pie mix, and we're going to put the pie mix in the pie crust. I'm putting the pie into the pan, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and spread it out. See how creative I am? Trying not to make anything too complicated. Nobody wants things to be hard in life. Everybody wants things to be easy. At least I know I do. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View, and this is how I make sweet potato pie. And you're gonna wish you were here to have some to eat, because I can tell you right now, it is delicious. You probably see it coming. You can see right there that it is going to just be magnificent. And I've got a big spoon that I am going to use to get the rest of that out. And I'll take the big spoon that you saw and kind of spin this around. You can see. There you have it. The pie is ready. It's ready for the oven. So I'm just gonna simply take, if it has more than I intended to put in there, I just take it and move it to another pie. You can kind of see this process and how it's, you see that the pie pan has already been baked. Pie crust has already been baked, so it's already ready. And the pie will actually go in the oven because everything, if you think about it, is already done. The only thing that needs to happen now is it just needs to be baked. And this one has quite a bit in it, so I'm going to take some of it and put it over here. Again, you make your pies the way you want to, and I'm making my pies the way I want to. And you can see how easy it is to make these pies. Very, very easy process. The pies are generally simple. Shout out to Amber. Thank you very much, Amber, for coming in here and helping me. I couldn't have held the actual camera and recorded. Now, oftentimes people make sweet potato casserole. You can also make sweet potato casserole from this. You just don't necessarily need the flour. So there you have it. You can see that we are getting everything that we can. Every little bit that we possibly can is what we're getting out of this pot. So if you don't know how to make sweet potato pie and you have always wondered, how do I make sweet potato pie? I love to eat it. I just don't know how to make it. Well, guess what? If you don't know, in the words of the great Notorious B.I.G., now you know. If you don't know, now you know. There you have it. There is one pie, and it's going in our oven. So we're going to slide the tray out a little bit so that we can get the pie right on there. And like I said, we made 8 pies. Wow. And you know what? Everybody's already got their name on a pie, you know? You know how crowd at my house. And all of them have already put in their request for a pie. You can hear the oven. It's a gas oven. So there you go. I'm gonna slide this back and in. The next layer out. And put these guys on there. And then before you know it, this is going to be done. There we go. You are watching Allie's View. In case you're wondering, what channel am I on and what is she doing? You're watching Allie. This is Allie's View, and I'm showing you how to make sweet potato pies. It's Thanksgiving, and I thought I would share this process with you. To each his own. Everybody does their own thing, but I thought I would share with you how I make my pies. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can see all 8 pies are in the oven right now. They will be in the oven for the next, they're baking at 350, so they'll be in the oven for probably about 50 to 60 minutes total. All right, they're gonna be in there for about an hour. All right, I'm gonna be watching them. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View, and this is how to make sweet potato pie. Shout out to Mom. Thank you for teaching me how to do this. Mom, you know who you are. All right, let's check on the status of our pies. All righty, they're progressing very well. Yay, they look magnificent. You're watching Allie's View, and this is how to make sweet potato pie. They're progressing very well. Be sure to like this video, share it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View. Okay, everybody, we are right at an hour, and our pies are done. Look at them. They are done. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the pies out of the oven and putting them on the counter. And my assistant, Amber, has hardage from me, so I'm gonna have to wing this myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these pies out of the oven. Once I get them out of the oven, I will show you what they look like. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View, and this is how to make sweet potato pie. It is Thanksgiving Eve in the year 2020. If you're watching this 100 years from now, you see how to make sweet potato pie. Okay, everybody, so my pies are done. Here they are. You all can see them. You are watching Allie's View, and this is how to make sweet potato pie. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving Eve 2020, and I decided to share with you how I make my godmother's sweet potato pie. Shout out to Mom, Dad, up in New York, up in the Bronx. Shout out to you guys. Hope you guys are preparing for a wonderful Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. Again, this is Allie's View. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to share this video, like the video, and I can't wait to taste my pie. Again, my pies are done. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're watching Allie's View. Okay, everybody, so I'm about to cut a slice of pie so that we can have a bite of the pie. So here we go. I'm going to cut it and hold the camera. I'm going to try. Here we are. Going down the middle. Everybody, so you can see I have cut a slice of the pie, and I'm about to go take the slice to Mama. So again, you're watching Allie's View. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And this is how I make sweet potato pie. Well, it's so delicious, I'm thinking of having another slice. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You are watching Allie's View. And like I said, this is how you make sweet potato pie. Hit that subscribe button. You are watching Allie's View.